So Pam, tell me, what makes you different, your SPCA organization here compared to any other organization out there?
Okay, so we are the only organization in the area that our mandate is to enforce the law.
Okay.
So adoptions is 1% of what the SPCA is all about. Our core function is animal cruelty. We have a team of only 2 full-time inspectors and myself. We have a massive area from Midstream all the way through to half of Tembisa. Absolutely massive area. We don't only go out to the cruelty complaints that people phone in. We go out and do proactive inspections. When I say that, any place that has an animal, the SPCA has to go out to check that these animals are okay. So we're talking abattoirs, pet shops, zoos, hawking sites. Any place that has animals, it is our mandate to go out and inspect to ensure that their quality of life, they have a quality of life and they're not suffering.
Okay, and when you go out to such places and you find that they're not up to regulations and stuff, you obviously bring them back to your organization. Yeah, what happens to that animal once it lands SPCA Midrand?
Right, so every animal that enters our doors goes into the clinic. They have a thorough health check, just to check if there's anything wrong with them, check for parasites, etc., etc. If there is something wrong with them, they go through to our hospital kennels, where they get monitored, medication given, etc., etc. The healthy animals will go into quarantine, where we keep them for a week, just to check no incubating diseases, and then they will get put up for adoption. Stray animals, we are the municipal pound as well. So every animal coming in, health check again, go into our stray kennels. After 7 days, they become the property of the SPCA, and that's when they get put up for adoption. So not only do the animals get checked as they enter the SPCA, they get checked 2 to 3 times a day by inspectors going through the kennels. We have qualified animal health technicians and animal welfare assistants who check them out. And once a week, every animal will be taken out of the kennels, go through to clinic, where they get a thorough health check again, weighing, temperatures, etc., etc. So every animal that enters the SPCA, and we've normally got on an average of 250 animals. So those 250 animals every week will continue to go through to the clinic until they are adopted out, or in some instances, unfortunately, get humanely euthanized.
And what is the adoption process?
People will come in, they will fill out an application form. Once the application form is filled out and that part has been approved, they will go through, they have a look at the animals. We do request that the whole family come in to do a meet and greet. A lot of people will see an animal on the Facebook page, and I want that animal. Animals have personalities which match human personalities, so we want to ensure the right animal goes to the right person. They will go through, take the animal out, then they will bring the animals that they have at their house to meet the animal. We do it here because it's neutral territory. Once that's gone through, our inspectors will then go out and do a pre-home inspection. Once that's been approved, the animal will go in for sterilization, microchip, and the first set of vaccinations, and then go to its new home. And thereafter, we do post-home inspections every so often, just to ensure that those animals are still at the homes. Yeah, and then after that,
Happy days.
happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking around, yeah, it's a very clean, very sterile, setup that you've got here. So you've got your cats on this side, your dogs on that side. Besides food and medical bills, do you have vets that come in here on pro bono that help you pro bono out, or do you actually have to pay these vets?
No, we pay vets. We have 2 vets which alternate. They'll either be doing our sterilizations or doing consults. We have very qualified staff as well. A lot of our kennel hands are qualified animal welfare assistants as well. So apart from cleaning the kennels, we have people that are experienced in looking after the animals. They can see if any problems are going on there. We'd have no freebies, no. We have to pay for our vets. We obviously have to pay for staff. People have to live. Uniforms. chemicals. Obviously, having animals coming in from all walks of life, we don't know what they're incubating. Diseases can be spread very fast. I'm sure you'll notice we've got chemicals at each kennel. Okay, so the kennels get cleaned out a minimum of 3 times a day, and I'm talking a proper clean out. Obviously, the dogs are in a small space, even though they do go out for walks, they pee. So we do go through a lot of chemicals. The blankets get changed at least once a day. Being in a confined space, they get dirty. We need to wash the blankets with washing powder. Washing the bowls, dishwasher. So there's a number of things that people don't actually realize.
Again, food is a challenge on its own, and how can the community help you, whether it's financial or donations or spending time here?
Look, obviously, we need to fuel up our tanks so we can get out to the animals. So finance is always a problem. Apart from finances, when you're doing your shopping, a dishwasher, a washing powder, it would help us tremendously. A toilet roll. If you once a month everybody donated a toilet roll, we wouldn't be spending our money, which we really need to spend on the animals. Vet bills. Yeah, I'm sure everybody realizes vet bills are astronomical at the moment. There's just so much that goes into it. Paper, a ream of paper. For all our adoptions, we still have to do everything on paper, keep records, etc. Equipment. We need to keep our traps. So we have traps, cat traps, dog traps. Animals that have been dumped in the bushes. They are terrified. They've been out there absolutely terrified. We make feeding stations. So it's not, you don't just go and say, come Woofie, and it's going to come to you.
No.
They're going to run. And often if you chase the animals, going to run into a road and get knocked over. So we please request people don't try and catch the animals. We make feeding stations. We make the animal comfortable. We set our traps. Traps aren't cheap. Catch poles. We have to service our equipment. Safety-wise, it's now got to a stage when we go out for cruelty complaints. Our lives are in danger. People attack us. So we've had to make sure we have bulletproof vests to go into certain areas. We need our pepper sprays, pepper guns, those type of things. We're loved by some and not so much by many. If you have time, we do try to arrange events, markets, things like that. We're always in need of volunteers to assist at our markets. If anybody would like to help with our markets, please email am@midrandspca.co.za. That would be a great help. As I say, when people go grocery shopping, a tin of food, a dishwasher, a washing powder, domestos, chick, things like that, that would be a great help. If every household gave us 100 Rand a month, we would be able to keep our doors open to get out there to what we need to do. Because we're not government funded at all. So we're the only organization that enforces the law. It's a government gazetted act, yet we don't have funding. Court cases, the one court case now has been going on for nearly 3 years. We've got to go to court, back. It's really a tedious process. It's a costly thing. We have not scratched the surface on what we should be doing out there. We need staff to go out and do it. We go to one cruelty complaint. We need to take the trailer when we go to some areas, because we'll go to one cruelty complaint and just go down the road. There's more. Hawking sites, people don't often think of the poor chickens. In the hot sun, no shelter, no water, all crammed together, pecking at each other. Apart from our core function of enforcing the law, education. Education is a huge thing. We need to get out there. We need to educate the kids, because who better to go home and nag the adults? I can't tell you how many kids have reported cruelty in their own homes, saying, please don't tell my parents. So just by educating, we can make a huge difference. Huge difference. And, also printing out education pamphlets to hand out to the schools. What a better way to go and do an outreach. So we go and do an outreach. Now, an outreach, a lot of people think you just go and hand out freebies. No. If people don't pay for something, sometimes they don't appreciate it. So they need to do a little bit, but it's education. Sterilizing, for every 1 litter, 72,000 animals will be produced. You can't do the sums. It is impossible to home. So we want to go out there, do education, do outreaches, sterilize. Get more inspectors so that we can get out there and do what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, if like I say, if we've got the 100 Rand challenge going out, if every household gave us 100 Rand, we could. Every cent makes a difference. It really does. And without the community, this is Midrand SPCA. It belongs to the community. And if we stand together, we can prevent a lot of cruelty.